Meet Jo. She's just the average Joe supervising a construction site. Jo's job is to ensure that stormwater pollutants such as sediment, trash, and oil do not go down the storm drains and into our streams.
Hey, stop that!
Installing inlet protection prevents sediment from entering storm drains and reaching our waterways. However, the inlet should never be completely blocked off. The protection is meant to slow the water and cause any sediment to settle before the water enters the storm drain. Common storm drain protection methods include the use of drain inserts and filter socks and sediment control logs. Silt fence inlet protection is ineffective and should not be used.
I'm currently standing in a detention pond. Detention ponds are a type of stormwater infrastructure that allows water that would normally wash straight into streams to sit inside this depression for up to 72 hours and slowly let the water out, which allows sediment and other pollutants to settle out rather than washing straight into streams. A proper detention pond is going to be mowed like this one. That allows people to enter it and do any sort of maintenance that's required on it. It also keeps it working much better than if it was full of trees or other plants.
Welcome to the Stormwater Game Show, where we ask, what's wrong with that detention pond? Alright, and what's wrong with this detention pond?
It has no drain.
That's right. Here's another site. What's wrong with this detention pond?
Erosion!
That's right. And here we're at another site. Tell me, what's wrong with this detention pond?
It's overgrown.
That's right.
And that's all we have time for today, folks.
Stabilize all exposed areas on the site with grass seed, sod, or mulch as soon as land alterations have been completed. Remember to only grade or dig when necessary. Existing vegetation helps to keep erosion to a minimum and control water runoff. Construction sites create a lot of sediment. One of the ways that we handle this is by putting in silt fences. So silt fences prevent the sediment from running off anytime that it rains. So I'm going to show you how to install a silt fence properly. But remember, safety first. This is a silt fence. It's much smaller than a normal one, but it works for demonstration purposes. You're going to build a trench upslope of where the silt fence goes in, and you always put silt fences in along contours. And then you dig it in, and then you backfill that trench to hold it in place. If you don't trench the silt fence in properly, then it's not going to work. What's going to end up happening is anytime that it rains, the rain is going to come from uphill over here into the silt fence, and it's going to catch all the sediment that would usually be running off of the construction site. It's going to pond there and allow the sediment to fall out. Thus, installing a silt fence properly is very important for water quality.
Well, this is going to need some work.
A silt fence is designed to pool water on your site while sediment settles out of it. The fabric must be trenched at least 6 inches into the ground in order to be effective. Let's see what happens when a silt fence isn't properly trenched into the ground. As you can see, sediment was able to go straight under the fence. Silt fences need to be placed downslope of the disturbed area, with the ends of the silt fence curving uphill.
This is going to need repair.
when a silt fence isn't installed properly. The sediment that escapes can run off into a nearby storm drain. Remember, these lead straight to our streams. Sediment can get in the way of a fish trying to find its food. This is Swim Shady. She's on her way to eat a big dinner of worms. Fish can't thrive if they can't see their food.
This gravel is too small.
You call this a construction entrance? This is gonna keep the dirt out of the street?
Construction entrances remove mud and dirt from the tires of construction vehicles before they enter a paved roadway. Stones for a construction entrance need to be 2 to 4 inches thick and 8 inches deep. Alternate exits include a rumble strip or a tire wash. Remember to remove all temporary BMPs upon completion of your project. And little did Joe know just how much she was helping to protect our streams.